The deity's head and hands are missing, severed as if by a sword. You can't tell if this was meant to be symbolic somehow, or a mere act of vandalism. As you take in its chiseled details, you have a vision. The statue comes to life and embraces you awkwardly with its broken arms. Unable to resist, you're flown away into an endless dark.
That shrine seems to have brought me here. What is this place?
Quercus, where are we?
No leaves, no trees, no soil. This is horrific!
A waif-thin elf peers at you from over an imperious hooked nose. Deep darkness circles both his eyes. Disdain etches his face into a sneer.
Ah, you're here. Good. You know me, do you not? Yes, you know me from within. From a memory of a memory of a memory. For I am Tyr Sendilius, god of the elves, god of you. Tell me, what have you done in order to make it this far? How have you failed? Can't you name your misdeeds? Are you afraid to look them head on? Ha! Thus speak the most heinous offenders of us all. But there must be more. You are my champion after all. I saved you from the darkened seas, where you would have been lost and forgotten forevermore. I need to know how badly I've chosen, before we proceed. Who else? Who else but your god would have seen something worth saving in you? So you understand. I must know all there is to know about my chosen. You must tell me everything. But wait, there's an easier way.
Tyr Sendilius steps forward, seizes your arm with surprising strength, and bites a chunk of flesh from your forearm. His face is thoughtful as he chews your flesh, savors it, and slowly swallows it down.
I was wrong about you. I chose well. You are my Godwoken. You will ascend. You will save us all. Let me show you.
Suddenly, a great energy enters the crown of your head and melts downwards, infusing every inch of you with a feeling of great power.
I blessed the very water beneath your feet. Now you may wield that power for yourself. A first taste of things to come. For this is only the beginning. With these powers, you will have a choice. You can help our people, or you can dash them to ruin. Greatness doesn't care for class, accomplishment, or rank. It is a bit of kindling cultivated by those with intention. Those who intend to stand close to a spark. This I see within you, above all my many children. I hope I am not wrong. I will ask much of you in time, but for now, you have a simple goal. Escape the watch of those who would hinder you. Be free of those who would ensnare you. You are supremely important. More so than any loved one, any companion. Do not forget that. Good. Listen closely to what I tell you now. The other gods have sought their champions too. If they succeed, our very existence as elves in this great realm may be threatened.
He gestures dismissively over the great battle below, where God assaults God in ceaseless violence.
Fools cause great wars, and great people must follow them into the muck. That is where we find ourselves now, fighting for a place upon a throne of violence. But we mustn't fail, even at this. To fail is to cease to be. I have seen the very soul of you. I have partaken of your flesh. I have assimilated your being into my own. I believe in you.
Blessed branches, we've returned. Every second we spent in that hellish place was a second the great acorn drew closer. Interesting. You thought it was interesting, Quercus? Do you know what's interesting? Watching an entire world be strangled by the roots of doom, seeing the giant races fall like leaves in frost, hearing the screams of... I don't know what you're talking about. I am perfectly calm. Anyway, as interesting as that cold hellscape might have been, it does not solve our problem. We are here to stop the great acorn, not hide from it. It's already helping more than it knows, Quercus. The fate of the world depends on our ability to research a spell to protect Rivellon. We need to travel across the land, gathering clues, experimenting with different magics, and come up with a spell to shield Rivellon from its doom. Of course, for us to do that, we must avoid being eaten by the servants of the Great Acorn. And that is where our big, foolhardy shield comes in. Quercus! Quercus! It thinks it can use magic at our level. I don't know if that's adorable or just sad. No! I am not going to share our magic with it. I don't care how much you like it, Quercus. Very well, I cannot give it magic, but I can teach it how to forge one spell, if it will keep you happy. One!
The squirrel reaches out, touching your foot with a delicate paw, and you feel your mind open. You can see the forces of magic and see how to combine them in a new way. There, maybe now your pet will have a fighting chance. Yes, yes, you're welcome. But can we please get on and save the world now? Up on the ledge before you, a lone lizard woman overlooks the marshes. Her stare is as sharp as the bolt eyeing you from atop her crossbow.
Stand back and keep your hands off your weapons. Convince me you're no Magister, or draw one last deep breath.
Her eyes go wide with delight upon your mentioning Han.
May the goddess keep you for saving that little Lionheart. Young Han told me the story of his rescue. Oh, you are most welcome indeed.
With one graceful motion, the lizard throws down a tangled mess of vines for you to climb.
Come, ascend to the sanctuary of Amadia. You'll find you're not the only guest here, but the Great Mother provides for all. Be welcome to the sanctuary. Amadia's eye.
The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Before you stands a figure, her body wreathed in cloth. All you can see of her eyes are two dark holes in an ornate mask.
Amadia's blessings, child. I have not seen this face in our sanctuary before. Pray, who are you? I have no grand library to offer you, but there is food and shelter. Please, stay here as long as you wish. I am Gratiana, priestess of Amadia. It is a privilege to welcome you to her sanctuary from Brachus's vile swamps.
She stops dead as you pull the jar out of your backpack. Her voice trembles as she speaks.
You entered the vault. Please, give that to me. Give it to me now. You don't understand. You couldn't understand. Please, I need it. Please, give it to me.
She reaches greedily for the jar, tearing the cap off. You see a green glowing light emerge from the jar, enveloping Gratiana.
By Amadia, I feel wet. Oh, goddess, I can feel your tears upon my face. I suppose you deserve to know. Before I knew Amadia's grace, I was a very different person. I was the concubine of Brachus Rex. But more than his lover, I was his partner. I discovered his power to feed on the source of others, and I allowed it to... No, I made it happen. Not I. They are older than Brachus. Ancient relics from a bygone age. He uncovered them. I merely encouraged him to explore their promise. These weapons do not kill, but maim in the most horrible way. With them, you can steal the source of your enemies and make it your own. They likely do not even know what they hold in their hands. They do not know its corrupting effects. Brachus was a powerful king once. But power changes a man, as he changes his nation. Brachus grew paranoid, angry, murderous.
Bonnie Baron, now don't you cry.
I tried not to see it. I told myself it was fine, that the stronger he became, the stronger I was. What stupid lies. I gave him more and more, trying to win him back to me. I offered him the source of whole villages. He devoured them and demanded more. The lands outside were once green and beautiful, until I came. Until I turned them over to him. Now all's poison, and the dead are restless. Armadia is merciful in her love. I found this shrine while hunting a band of wizards. I found the goddess weeping for her children, and I wept too.
The birds are asleep. Moons in the sky.
She pauses for a moment. If she had eyes, you're sure she'd be wiping them.
Through Armadia I saw my sins, and I could bear it no longer. I threw myself from the cliff at the entrance. I tried to rid the world of my evil, but Brachus would not allow it. He brought me back from the Hall of Echoes, locked my soul away, and demanded my obedience. Even in death, he commanded me. I spent far too little time there. It was a strange place, but there was peace. A peace I never knew before. Perhaps someday. For now, the world lies at my feet, and I have an eternity to see it, to praise Armadia's name. But first...
She drops the now empty soul jar to the ground, smashing it to pieces with her foot.
You have my thanks, brother.
She starts to speak, but chokes back a sob instead.
Thank you. I can't... I've never known such kindness. Thank you for everything. May you walk forever in Armadia's grace.
Amidst the placid little pond, the face of a goddess lies half submerged in the water. Rivulets stream from her deep-set eyes like endless cascades of sunlit tears. You feel peaceful in her presence, soothed somehow by an intangible comfort. As you gaze upon her loving face, you find yourself drawn into a trance-like state. A voice seems to reach you from within your mind and from the furthest reaches of the stars. Its whispers caress you like a breeze. The voice grows stronger, like a breeze picking up. What were whispers become words.
My children, my children. Gone are my children. Dead are they in the cradle I have wrought.
A feeling of indescribable sadness assails you. It feels like your heart merges with the spirits, torn together by a coil of thorns.
My child, weep with me for the mother who has lost. Weep with me and bathe in the tears of Armadia.
Your tears mingle with those of the goddess down in the tranquil crystalline pond. As suddenly as it came, the voice is gone, and you wake from its presence as if from dream-filled slumber. The pond now shines with an inner light, and standing in its waters, you feel rejuvenated, pure, as if born anew.
Armadia's grace, blessings upon this day.
Maybe we should fortify this place. Make a stand.
By Armadia's grace, what did you do? This is incredible. In all my years, I've never seen the goddess bestow her blessing on someone. I am humbled to be in your presence.
Maybe we should fortify this place. Make a stand.
Truly, we are blessed to know you. If Armadia favors you, that is all I need to know. Go in peace, brother.
Gareth, please come back.
Wished bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Smoke and screams. Echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
Wished bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Gareth would know what to do.
Smoke and screams.
Wished bonny barn,
Echoes of
now
death.
don't you cry.
Gareth,
The birds
come
are
back.
asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
smoke and screams. Echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
Wished bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Please, Armadi, bless and protect your humble servant.
Smoke and screams. Echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
Wished bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in
Please,
the sky.
Armadi, bless and
The seven
protect
watch
your
o'er us,
humble
you're
servant.
safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head. Wished bonny
Smoke
barn,
and
now
screams.
don't you cry.
Echoes of death.
The birds are asleep.
Please,
The moon's in
Armada,
the sky.
bless and
The
protect
seven
your
watch over
humble
us.
servant.
You're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Maybe we should fortify this place. Make a stand. No, no, we don't have the time. Think, damn it. Gareth would know what to do.
Please, Armada, bless and protect your humble servant.
Smoke and screams. Echoes of death.
Wished bonny
Maybe
barn,
we should
now
fortify
don't
this
you
place.
cry.
Make a
Please
stand.
come back.
The birds are asleep. The
No,
moon's in
no,
the sky.
we don't have the time.
The seven watch over us. You're safe in bed.
Gareth would know
So
what to do.
close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Please, Armada, bless and protect your humble servant.
Smoke and screams. Echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
Please, Armada, bless and protect your humble servant.
Wished bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Hold up. I've got to take care of some business. Friend, how does life find you?
Well, I'll be, if it ain't the beast of the sea. Stories of your beard alone fly across Riverland like flocks of crows. Fair a bit more inland than you'd prefer, yeah?
Ain't I know it, ain't I know it.
Beast claps him on the back and chuckles heartily. If they hadn't met just a moment ago, you might think the dwarves lifelong friends.
I don't want to intrude, seeing as how you got your own trials and travails, but I don't suppose you've been to Reaper's Coast of late. Maybe heard of a fella named, what was it? Lohar?
Lohar? Yeah, I know of the guy. From back when I was looking for fishing work out in Driftwood. He's, how shall I say, an entrepreneur. Still out there a bit. Had his stubby fingers and a lot of pies, if you get my meaning.
Sounds like a man I'd buy 2 flagons of meat for. One for drinking and one for toasting. I, got something for him. I'll tell him you sent your regards, Mr.
Maybe we should fortify this place. Make a stand. No, no, we don't have the time.
And protect your humble servant.
Gareth would know what to do.
Armada, bless and protect your humble servant. Please, Armada, bless and protect your humble servant. Please, Armada, bless and protect your humble servant. and protect your humble servant. Please, Armada, bless and protect your humble servant.
It's Duggan, it is. Oh, and this here's Leia. You gotta be sick of that collar. Leia, you can get it fixed up, yeah?
Sure thing.
Bet you're glad to be rid of it. Amazing to meet the beast in flesh. Let's see if we can get you back to sea. Fighting the good fight, yeah? Your lungs have got to be starved for the salt air.
Beast chortles and nods, then passes you a sly wink. Such a charm bucket.
And protect your humble servant.
Smoke and screams. Echoes of death. Please come back.
A young man in oversized armor paces around a table covered with a spread of maps, his face a tight scowl of frustration.
Every approach blocked. Oh, damn it. What good are battle tactics against those things, anyway?
He glances up. In quick succession, he becomes aware of both your presence and the fact that you're not a familiar face.
Who the blazes are you? A sorcerer, indeed. I should have realized. A seeker can always recognize a sorcerer when they see one.
Smoke and screams. Echoes of death.
The young man anxiously fidgets with his curved bow. You've found a matter close to his heart, evidently.
That's easier said than done, I'm afraid. Much easier said. The Magisters have us cornered. They have these weapons called shriekers. If we try to go against them unprepared, we're dead. We've lost many already. Seekers, well, we guard the true principles of Lucian. There are sorcerers who can follow in his path and become divine, God-woken. We seek them out and protect them. We came here to free a God-woken called Verdus from Fort Joy. He was our best hope, likely our last hope, but we failed him. Now all we can do is flee. The Shriekers block all escape routes, though. We can't get off this island until we get past them. They were sorcerers once, but after whatever perversions the Magister subjected them to, they're death incarnate. If they can see you, they can kill you, instantly. After we retreated here, our leader, Sir Gareth, set out looking for some ancient weapons that could counter those things. Then we could break the Magister blockade and escape this island. But he hasn't returned. If Sir Gareth doesn't come back with those weapons in tow, well, this island will be our grave. You'll help us?
His shoulders visibly relax, the weighty armor upon them settling with a clink.
Thank you. Allies are in short supply in this place. If you help us, I promise, we'll get you as far away from this place as possible. Please, ask. Whatever helps. Sir Gareth? He's the finest seeker I know. I'm honored to serve as his squire. He wouldn't let us down. Not unless something's gone horribly wrong. None. He set out to find those source weapons, and that's the last we saw of him. The masked priestess, Gratiana, told Sir Gareth of them after she granted us shelter here. She was reluctant at first, but, well, Sir Gareth can be very insistent. Speak to her if you wish. She may know more. Your sweet eyes and rest on my head. The Magister flagship, the Lady Vengeance, she's anchored at the old harbour. Once the way is clear, we're to take her and get the hell out of here.
Smoke and screams. Echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
Please, Amadia, bless and protect your humble servant.
Wisht, bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, we are safe and right.
So long as Gareth returns, he will be.
Claude, are you still with us?
You're certain it was Verdus?
He said his name. Barely even knew that much. But still.
You tried your best, Hal. I'm glad you're safe now.
We aren't really safe here, are we?
So long as Gareth returns. You tried your best, Hal. I'm glad you're safe now.
We aren't really safe here, are we?
Please! It hurts!
Oh, most blessed child. Pray, what may I do for you? Gareth. He set off to find the soul-forged weapons of Brachus Rex. A brave mission, and a dangerous one. But I cannot stop you, if you wish to follow in his footsteps. North of here you'll find the ruins of Brachus's Source Armory. Nothing in this land can counter the Shrieker's power like those weapons. Without them, the Seekers are truly hopeless. Walk ever in Armadia's grace, child.
So close your sweet eyes and rest your head.
My eternal thanks, friend. This is a debt Gareth. He set off to find the soul-forged weapons of Brachus Rex. A brave mission, and a dangerous one. North of here you'll find the... Nothing in this land can counter the Shrieker's power like those weapons. Walk ever...
I smell burning. Are those pigs on fire?
Put it out! Put it out! Put it out!
The pig is engulfed in flames, but her skin remains unsinged.
It is a hellish curse! Please, release us! Does it matter? I beg you, help!
Are you sure it will work? How do I know it won't make this even worse? Okay, but I don't think... The agony! I can't do this any longer!
Yes.
The menacing skeletal guardian looks at you wearily, then yawns.
So you dare defy the will of Brachus Rex, prepare to die, and so on and so forth. Let's get this over with. Maybe that's because my conversation partner has already begun to dull my senses. I hope this brings the discussion to an end. I don't like being roused from slumber, only to be greeted by such banality. Well, I wouldn't have said so if they didn't. Can't eat, sadly. Food goes right through you. Too bad, too, since those fiery hogs gave me a hankering for a good pork stew.
She moans impatiently and taps her bony foot.
Yes, I know he's dead. I am still obligated to perform his wishes. He may not live, but the threat of his curse hangs over me. Who is to say? Could any curse be more grave than this interminable conversation? Now, let's get down to business. All this talking exhausts me.
Is lifted. Thank you, stranger.
Iron Earth as well, but I've yet to find you.
cornered.